Farrell on it again, deep one around the back, Quinn there's the Frenchman goal! It's Andrew Quinn, the underdogs bare their teeth and show their fight in this cup final. Drogheda United strike first.
Welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, a Drogheda United fans podcast, proudly sponsored by The Coffee Box.
Hello, welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, season 2, episode 27. And as usual, I'm joined by Owen and Richie. How are we, boys?
Oh, good, lads.
Yeah, no bother.
He's weren't saying that a minute ago before we started. Don't lie.
No.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did, Bogo. You were calling everyone names.
Yeah, he was so negative before this even started. He was.
Yeah, angry. I'd say he was even angry, Richie.
He was, wasn't he? Yeah, then he changed his character when this starts.
Yeah. trying to put on the fucking, show the bright side and all that. Oh, and it's time for your true self.
Fuck all these.
See, there you go. That's a start. Right, lads. I'll start on a note that really pissed me off the other night because I was away on holidays and I decided to watch the game on LOI TV. Couple of things about that, but the first thing is that the commentators from LOI TV were some fucking bloke I'd never heard of, it, didn't know who he was, and Johnny McDonnell. And I swear to God, lads, it was a home game for Pats. It was a fucking absolute disgrace. The first interview they done was with Stephen Kenny and not Kevin Doherty. Like, what the fuck is that all about? That's bang out of order. It really was like a home game for Pats as far as LOI TV were concerned. Fair enough, the local LMFM guy mightn't have been able to make it or whatever, but why the fuck was Johnny McDonnell, extra the player and extra the manager, Johnny McDonnell? Are you fucking winding me up? The guy was cheering when Pat scored.
Yeah, you couldn't have got any more of a Pats man if you stood an inch of court, pick one.
I know. Him and Brian Kerr should have done
it. Yeah. I don't know, who was the other fella now?
Tommy Healy, isn't it? That was his first ever game commentating.
Right.
Oh, he's Tommy Healy, is he? He writes for extratime.ie. I recognise that name. I didn't realise that was him.
Yeah. Because I actually seen a tweet someone praising his commentary. No, it was a Pats fan that was praising him, but so yeah, that was him. But yeah, I didn't really hear anything, but I've listened to Johnny Mac a few times. He's awful as a co-com.
Like I have to say, before anyone fucking challenges me on it, he wasn't the 100% Johnny Mac that you'd hear at a Pats game where he's like, go on, and roaring and shout. But it was just coming out of him. He just couldn't help it. And you can actually hear him going, yes, when they scored a second. Barry Bagley's goal. You can hear him going, yeah, like, you're in United Park on the fucking cross lane side of the ground. You know what I mean? I was absolutely fuming. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it would be. I think it was the one number I seen. It was David away at a wedding. I think I seen a photo up on Instagram. He was at a wedding, which is like, look, that's fair enough. You're going holidays, but surely there was somebody more local they could have got. I
don't know. It's like with Craptown, LOI TV in Craptown is always a Craptown person. Always.
Yeah, Craptown has a problem, got it.
Well, like the actual commentator's always from Dundalk, and then they bring John Flanagan in, who's, Mr. Craptown. I've gone beyond giving a fuck about him at this stage, but, like, I just find it unbearable. Like, your man Sheehan isn't a Drogheda person, right? But maybe there's no Drogheda people that are qualified to do the commentary. I don't know. That don't work for LMFM, because obviously we have to tie up with LMFM. So that guy, Tommy Healy's commentary, went out on the radio as well to anyone who's listening to it around the world. And it's just embarrassing. Like, why do we need fucking outsiders coming in commentating on our games and then bringing in, the opposition's fucking ex-manager who's so dyed in the wool Pats? It was embarrassing. It was fucking infuriating as well.
Yeah, and would that be League of Ireland TV calling that? Was that their decision?
I'd say LMFM are involved in that too.
Right.
Well, I suppose see this He works for LMFM as well, Tommy Healy.
Does he? Never heard of him on LMFM in my life.
I've just literally have his LinkedIn up here. That's so he's a freelance writer, but he's been doing bits for the Drogheda Independent since June. Freelance sports commentator at LMFM since April, and then he's been with Extra Time since 2023. And then he works for there's a GA app, basically it's a live scoring app for a GA called Scorpio. He works for them as well.
Okay.
He's from Balbriggan area originally.
He's a dub anyway, you can hear that.
Yeah. There's plenty of Balbriggan lads that are Drogheda fans. Like.
No, I don't give a fuck about him, to be totally honest with you. I thought his commentary was alright. You can feel, you'd know he's just getting his head around the whole thing. Like, he wouldn't have been as accomplished as some of the others, but his commentary was okay. But to put Johnny McDonald beside him, no, actually, do you know what? I'm telling a lie. Even your man Tommy sounded really biased against Drogheda as well. At times. Yeah, no, he fucking did. Like, he was just constantly praising Pats. Like, someone else is listening to this now, they're going to be saying, of course he was praising Pats because they played us off the pitch. But even he was talking about, just the way he was talking about them and all that, it was just a bit like fucking gushing fucking praise for them and Stephen Kenny. And I just thought, man, this is sickening my hole. And why interview Stephen Kenny first? We'll go to the manager's interviews now. First we'll start with Stephen Kenny, the away manager.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it is a bit shit commentary all around the league, isn't it? Like that. It's like, and I know it's the home team has the home sort of commentary, but it shouldn't be like that. To me, I think it's very amateur. I just don't think it's a good look.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. I think we've probably spoke about it a lot of times on here. The Pats commentators are the worst. I think the Galway commentators are kind of funny. There's something nice about their commentary. The Derry ones are fairly Derry biased and all that. But right, if every other team in the league is going to have a biased fucking commentator, why do we get this guy with Johnny McDonald, who it just felt like they were laughing at, you know, not laughing, but it just felt a bit derogatory towards us at times. I was kind of like, who the fuck? Why is Johnny McDonald even on there? Like, because he's extra. It was a joke.
Yeah, extra to be asked. You know what I mean? He's a Pats fucking fan through and through.
Yeah. Like, they'd Dusty Flanagan and various locals on it before. Like, if Paul Crowley wasn't available, there was a lot, like Graham Gartland even. He'd give a really honest assessment and he'd call us out if we were terrible. But
on both sides.
And he lives out the road in Bettystown. Like, I mean, Jesus wept. Like, there's a lot of other people around that can do that job. But
didn't Darius do it for a couple of times before? Like, I was like, Darius.
He calls a spade, you know?
Yeah, and he's good knowledge of League of Ireland as well.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a now, right?
But look, that's probably a minor gripe in comparison to the result. First of all, fucking dreadful. We needed something out of that game, but just the overall performance. I mean, I know you're getting the piss taken out of you for being positive, but you can't be positive about that the other night.
No, not really. Look, the only thing was there was a bit of an improvement in the second half of us, but I thought the first half was fairly shocking. Like, didn't lay a glove on Pats at all. It was like people said it was like a training match. They just fucking tipped the ball around at their leisure. Now they didn't create a whole lot, like, but didn't really need it because we were doing fuck all. Like, second half, there was a bit more about us, but we just didn't really create enough to really get out of the game. So we didn't really deserve it.
Richie?
Yeah. Look, it wasn't even shocking. It was so much more than that, lads. I was like, as I said to you, Graves, earlier there before we come on, thank God we didn't do this podcast Friday night. Yeah. After the game. I was absolutely fuming walking out of that ground. I really was. And it's probably just a whole pile up of the whole season, the way it's been going for us. But, I thought we were so bad. We've only a couple of home games left, and what a chance to go and get 3 points at home and to go and really have a go at Pats. And we didn't. We just didn't do a thing. It was so bad. And I know you.
Yeah, if we actually had went and had a go with them, I wouldn't have been as annoyed myself now. But we really didn't. Until a bit of the second half, we didn't really go near them.
No. But I even thought the second half, I thought Pats just dealt with everything that we threw at them. Like, it was so easy for them the whole game. I was so disappointed with us. And I don't know, was it the players or was it the tactics or what it was, but it was, I felt really bad coming out the other night now. I thought that was a really low point of the season. I've just nothing positive to say about the other night.
No, me neither. I like, obviously, to just dig into the game a little bit more. Like, the first 3.5 minutes, we looked up for it. We looked like we were in their faces. We were in their half of the pitch. We were fucking, there was a lot of tempo about us, and we just looked really energised. And I was kind of sitting there having a few beers watching the game. I was away, and I was thinking, oh, right, this looks kind of promising. And lo and behold, start the game strong. I don't know, many times we've done that this season, and you get 5 minutes at the most, and then we just retreated into our shell. And just, as you said, Owen, we just literally let Pats play the ball in front of us. Like, the vast majority of the Pats possession was in that sort of middle of the park, but we didn't lay a fucking glove on them. And it really did look like a training game. At certain times, like, I was up at me dad's earlier on, and he's quite funny when it comes to it. He said, well, nothing to report about the other night. And I said, no, it was fucking absolutely awful. What do you reckon? He says, oh, I turned it off. There was some cartoon yoke on. I watched that instead. The man's 80 years of age. I don't know what cartoons he was watching, but he decided he'd rather watch that than watch fucking Drogheda. It was that bad. I just started laughing at him. I don't know what he was talking about, but it was fucking horrendous, that first half. It was so bad. And what are we putting that down to, lads? Can anyone put their finger on why?
No, and I think that's why everybody's so frustrated, isn't it? Because, look, probably like this ourselves, I've been talking to a lot of Drogheda fans between last Friday, you'd be meeting around the place, and nobody can put their finger on it. Why it's like this? Like, is it the tactics? Is it the players? Is it the way Doherty's setting them up? Like, nobody can really figure it out. Everybody's got a different opinion, haven't they, on it?
Yeah.
I don't think Kevin's sending them out to do what they did in the first half. Like, I don't think any manager would.
No, and did you see that in the first half on, and you've probably seen those as well, Greg, so they must have kept the ball for about 5 minutes, didn't they, Pat, if not longer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind if someone just came and fucking came through the back of a player just to fucking break up the play a bit, like. There wasn't even any of that, like.
Yeah, like, the amount of passes they put together, and the only way we actually stopped that was for Dennison to go down injured, so Doherty could pull them off. Now, you could see Doherty over on the sideline absolutely pulling his hair out. So.
Yeah, the cameras went straight onto that, Richie, and I've never seen Kevin so irate on the sideline, ever. Yeah. 5 years he's been there, and you've seen him getting a bit annoyed now on the sideline, but never that kind of angry with the players. He was roaring into a few of their faces, like.
Yeah, it was embarrassing, lads, to watch now. It was. Like, us being the home team and letting, like, we're not that bad, are we? We're not that bad of a team. We've good players. Like, why aren't we having a go at teams?
I tend to disagree, Richie. I think we are that bad. We are bad this season, but are these bad players? Have we got a bad squad of players? I'm starting to veer on that side of the opinion. I am. I'm starting to think some of these players are just not up for this. Just not good enough.
Yeah.
I am, like, there's no reason for it, like, you know what I mean? We can't keep saying, oh, we know we've got the players and we know we can play football. We just never fucking do it. Me auntie a ball should be my uncle scenario. It's just not happening, like.
Yeah, and there's a few people with the same opinion of it, like, around the ground the other night talking to them. So, I don't know, lads, I really don't know. As I said, I have nothing positive to say about that game the other night. Nothing. just can't put my finger on it.
So look, let's just go through the team. So it was the usual Dennison, and then we had the five at the back. Buckner on one side, Kane on the other, Agbaje, Keeley and Bolger. Buckner and Kane do not come out of that with any fucking, glowing reviews, do they? Like, they just could not get up the pitch whatsoever.
No.
They're chasing shadows half the time as well. Like, she barely had the ball.
Exactly.
And I think Buckner, he's generally been okay this season, but he's better in the front three, not playing right wing back.
So why start them right wing back then? Do you know what I mean? It's just I have to start questioning in Kevin's fucking decision making here. Like, starting the team he did and then introducing the lads he did, and we did improve in the second half. We'll get to that in a minute, but like, I think we sing Kevin's praises quite regularly, and you rarely hear us kind of giving it to him, but he needs questioning in here now as well. Like,
Yeah, and like, lads, is it the system? Is it? Is it this five at the back? Because, like, I mean, like, I always look at a five at the back is right. You play five at the back and you sit tight and you don't concede and you don't lose games. But we are losing games. Like,
yeah.
we're still playing five at the back when we're 1-0 down, when we have to try and win a game. And we're still playing five at the back. And nothing changes. Like, if we go 1-0 up or 2-0 up, we play five at the back. If we go 1-0 or 2-0 down, we're still playing five at the back. Nothing changes. Like, is it a system?
But he has changed at mid-game a few times this year, Richie. He went to four at the back. You know what I mean? He has done it.
Yeah, but does it be too late when he does it?
We started games with four at the back as well.
Yeah, we did.
Didn't really work either.
No. So that's what leads me to think, lads, that it's the fucking personnel, it's the players we have, and not the system. Because if five at the back doesn't work, and then we go to four at the back, and that doesn't work either, what the fuck are we going to do? Come up with some magical fucking, I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, and this seems the opinion of a lot of, like, I've been talking to a couple of people since last Friday, and everybody has different opinions. Like, everybody has a different opinion on it. Or it's the players, or it's the manager, or it's the tactics. It's just one of these seasons. Like, I don't know, lads.
Right then, Richie, that's a very good point to make, though, right? So if we go back over the history of this team, we've retained a lot of this team. We played a similar system over the last couple of years and got a lot of joy from it. So, right, that leads me to say, well, it's not the system then. And we have retained a good few of the players. We've lost some, we've retained some. So, you're still none the wiser as to what's going wrong this year. You know what I mean? That system has worked for us. We were singing the praises big time when it was working. Now it's not working. But you would like to think that when something's not working right in front of your eyes, Kevin and Dara and whoever else is responsible for it, Adam Foley and that you boys are standing looking at this and that you have some sort of fucking plan B. Our plan B is right. We'll play the 45 minutes, lads. I'll get you in at half time and I'll absolutely eat the bollocks off you. And if you're lucky, I'll make a sub straight away, which he did the other night. And then I'll wait till 60 odd minutes and I'll make another couple of subs when we're chasing the game. And then in the last couple of minutes, while we're chasing the game, the opposition will break and score another goal. Why are we waiting so long to try and play football and to try and put pressure on the opposition, especially at home? That was embarrassing the other night. I was watching that with other League of Ireland heads, a couple of Bows fans around me. And I'm sitting there watching this, and they're going, "Jesus, not great, Greg, is it?" And I'm going, "No, lads, no, it's shite." And I was afraid of me like to even express myself how bad it was. Do you know what I mean? It was fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? As I said, I've never felt so defeated coming out of the ground the other night, deflated. But I don't know. Like, would you not rather like lose playing a 4-3-3 going out and having a bloody good go at teams and losing with sitting in and just letting other teams do what they want. Like, I would full. Yeah,
I don't know whether 4-2-3 is the way to go against Pats, but at least set up with the formation we had, but try and counter attack. But we didn't really try until after 60 minutes or so.
Yeah, and isn't that something that's missing from last year on, that counter attack, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not partly down to Lamb. I think he's a very important part of that, and Badgie's just not the same player. Like, I know he's playing more central role, but then Buckner said already. Like, I think he's more of a right winger as opposed to a right back or right wing back.
I'd agree with that. We're missing Lamb massively. Like, you can't underestimate what he did last year. He was incredible. I think we probably underestimated how good he was, and it's when you don't have him, you realise what you're missing. But
and I suppose as well, lads, like, we haven't really replaced Dougie or France, have we?
No.
You know, and I know the lads are there now, but we haven't replaced them too. Like, the players we have up front now are not the same type of players as them two.
No, and look, I know he's the scapegoat again, and he was getting it in the neck, Thomas Alua, but Thomas Alua is playing through the middle and just getting long balls launched up to him, and it's just not working. But it's the fucking definition of madness to keep repeating the same thing and just, you know what I mean, looking for different results. It's just not working. It's not fucking working. And he brought, I wrote it down earlier because I couldn't remember, but he brought Anselin on what? In the 68th minute to replace Alua. So he literally gave him 70 minutes. Like, I know Anselin's coming back from an injury or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But why did we wait so long to make that substitution?
Was Anselin injured?
Was he not coming back from an injury? I'm getting confused there with O'Brien. No, Anselin wasn't injured. But why did we wait so long? Why did we wait so fucking long to bring him on?
Yeah, well, we were all calling for him to start.
Yeah, we all said that last week.
And not just us as well. People have been talking around. So yeah, like I've spoken to Lou before, and to repeat what you said, like, him through the middle is just wasted. He's a left winger. Like, if you're going to play him out left.
Yeah.
Well, even Doyle and Warren are wasted in them positions, lads, the way we play.
Yeah.
Like, you just feel so sorry for them, don't you?
Just headless chickens, man.
Yeah, they're fucking chasing after them, and they're getting nowhere near it. And it's not their fault. It's not their game, so it's not. Like, if you try and compare them two now to Dougie and Franz, them three to Dougie and Franz, they're nothing like them. They're three completely different players to what Dougie and Franz are.
And I think that's one thing, though, that we do have to give Kev and the lads credit for, is they brought in Dougie and Franz as a pair. And I'm sure they knew, right, these two are going to work really well together. And neither of them have sort of reached the heights they did with us. Like, Francis scored fucking 3 goals all year, and Dougie's not really ripping it up. I think he did score the other night for Bows, but he's not the player he was at Drogheda, because our style of play and the system we played really suited them too. They were savage together, like. But so you have to give Kevin that credit for that. But we just haven't replaced him. But he still wants to persevere playing the same way, and he doesn't have the personnel to do it.
No. Like, as somebody said, like, we're basically playing with we've got 3 wingers as our front players.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, to me, our best option would be, of what we have there, I'd be playing Anselin and Warren as a front two. Because I think physically wise and sort of that bit of strength, they'd be 2 better options.
Yeah.
They'd be close as what you get to Dougie and the France, if you know what I mean, physically wise and strength wise. But, oh no. Like we signed Keegan Anselin to sit on the bench.
And he's impressed me every time he's come on, really.
Me too, Owen.
That's why people are calling from the start of the, and be saying it again, like, I know we'll move on to this Friday's game, but I think he should start there as well.
No, I agree. And even the shitty commentators from the other night were saying the same thing, that he has impressed. Like, they were impressed by him, and they were kind of saying the same thing. They were wondering why he wouldn't have started the match, but they were saying he'll be a game changer if he does get on, and blah blah blah. They were singing his praises. But just to get to the, and I know it's just going to reliving the torture, but just to get to the fourth Pat's goal, I rewatched it about 10 times earlier, and I mean, it's Bulger's fault. Bulger completely turns his back on, is it Olasanya? Is that the chap's name?
Yeah.
It's sort of a long ball up, and then Bulger deals with the force ball, gets on the end of it, pumps it back into the Pat's half, and then the ball sort of makes its way. There's 2 or 3 passes then, and the ball makes its way in. But at that point, Bulger has completely turned his back on Olasanya, and he's looking towards the clubhouse. And Olasanya just walks straight by him, and he doesn't see him. And obviously the hands go up then looking for an offside. It's hard to say. It does look like a close call, but obviously it wasn't given. But I just don't know what the fuck Bulger was thinking now.
Yeah, and it seems you just like that all season, isn't it? Just that lack of concentration at vital times. And we've been punished every single time. And yeah, we're only punished in this league because we've spoken before. This league has got so much better. The quality of players that's in it now. You're just being punished.
But there was, like, if you look at it again, lads, there was 2 men covering. I don't know why Bulger was kind of looking the way he was, and his body shape was turned that way. Like, there was no need for him to be trying to cover that area of the pitch. Somebody else was there. There was 2 Drogheda players there. If he had stayed, and I know, obviously they're trying to keep their shape, and they're trying to keep that, I wouldn't say a high line, but wherever they were, they're trying to keep that line and try and maybe catch one of them offside if they do get in behind. But he couldn't see where the fucking player was, like. And then someone else is saying maybe Agbaje was playing him onside. It's impossible with LOI TV highlights to see any of that. But like, Bulger has to be called out for that one. I mean, that's schoolboy shit, like turning your back completely and not knowing where the patch striker was at all. Like, it was just crazy. It was just so frustrating, and it was just soft. If they had cut us open, which they did, I know, but with some silky play, you'd be going right. They just, they're after getting a great goal there, but we just coughed. It felt like we just coughed it up again, which we've been saying all year. We've coughed up so many cheap goals that we weren't doing last year, and it's fucking infuriating.
It is, and you know what? Like, that was another early goal, wasn't it? Again, like, the amount of goals we've conceded so early in games at home, and like, all we're doing is giving the opposition fans life and something to sing about for the whole game.
Yeah,
it's so frustrating. It's so hard. So there's, like, we just don't make teams work for it anymore. And as I said, like, Pats just fucking sang the whole game. They were having the time of their lives, they were.
I said they were just laughing at us.
Well, they fucking were. And they knew once you went 1-0 up, like, we only have a score at fucking 2 to win it. And I've seen it with Bows, and I've seen it with Shells and Rovers and that. And it's just, all we're doing is giving, as I said, the opposition fans life and just so much to sing about and to enjoy. And like, it's so frustrating to watch.
Yeah, that's what annoyed me as well. I was saying that earlier about the commentators and all that, but it felt like a fucking Pat's home game. And I'm sitting watching it on the screen, just thinking this just feels like a Pat's home match.
Yeah, it did feel like that. It did feel like that.
It's fucking cat, I swear to God. It's so bad, like, oh Jesus. My stream started breaking up on me in the second half, thanks to LOA TV. I wasn't watching it on the dodgy box. I paid for it, and it was still shy. The stream started coming and going. I'm not sure where I was. Was it in the asshole of nowhere? So the internet mightn't have been great. But first half was fine. Second half was really terrible. But I'm trying to dig for positives here. There was a marked improvement in the second half. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Owen thinks. Yeah, look, there was, but I still thought Pat were in total control.
Okay.
I just felt like everything we threw them, they just dealt with. That was my opinion on it.
Yeah, we didn't create a whole lot of like proper chances, but it was just generally the whole attitude of the team was a lot better.
Yeah, but like that pissed it off on it, wouldn't it? Because we have to stop doing that. We have to stop reacting to going 1-0 down.
We want to start quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know they're really good at it because they've had a lot of fucking practice at it.
Yeah. It's just, it feels like rinse and repeat all season, doesn't it?
Yeah, really does. Was one of the reasons it was better was because he brought on Quinn for Bucknell. Quinn played fairly well by all accounts.
Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah, Pat Anselin did well when he came on as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Quinn get on the ball and try and sort of move forward with it? And was he positive?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a bit more. Yeah. But again, everyone else kind of improved a bit in the second half as well, so kind of helped the situation. But yeah, we just still, even in the second half, we still didn't just create enough. Like it was good to see Quinn back on the pitch and get more minutes as well. So hopefully he's near a start.
Yeah, absolutely. So the other subs were, there was the usual suspects, I suppose. It was Godden on for Bates, Kavanagh on for Brennan, Anselin on for Alua,
Doyle for Davis.
Doyle on for Davis, and Quinn for Bucknell. So he went for the 5 subs, obviously. So he probably would have done that anyway, regardless of what was going on. But yeah, like, there's a much more to be fucking said for this game, lads, without just giving out shite for the next half an hour. Like, yeah. But even when we did improve, I kind of had the stats here in front of me earlier on. Like, they had 19 shots, we had 7. We had to make 5 saves. They had to make 1, it says. We had 2 corners, they had 7, and they nearly had double the amount of passes we had. 62% possession of the ball at home, which that's fucking wrong. It shouldn't be like that.
No, and like,
It'd be a lot worse than it was fairly tight second half.
Yeah, it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
It would have been 80-20 type thing if we had kept going like the first half.
Yeah, I don't know, lads. It's like, I know you went there the other night, Greggs, but like the rumblings in the ground, like again, like, this is every home match, isn't it?
It's affecting the atmosphere as well. The atmosphere hasn't been great the last few games, I don't think. Well, it was good against Rovers, but a lot of them is kind of very flat.
It is.
Doesn't help.
No.
Yeah, I heard it was people abusing players coming off the pitch as well, and players abusing fans, and that's not good, lads. We don't fucking need that.
No.
Like, regardless of the situation we're in, we've got, what, is it 9 league games left, or 8?
8, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 8, you're right. So we've 8 league games left, and then we've a cup game. Like, we need to stick together. Like, I'm pissed off as well, but like, what the fuck does abusing the shit out of your goalkeeper or whoever it is, that achieves nothing.
No.
You just, that's what Bows do, and that's what those fucking clubs do, and we've never been like that, and I don't like it. It's pointless.
I don't get the logic of it either. Like, what the fuck did Dennison do? Like,
yeah, he was actually probably one of the better performers on the night.
Yeah, like he made a couple of good saves and that, so yeah, I don't know what the fuck that fellow was at, but...
Yeah, I don't know what was said there or anything, but I don't get it. Look, I was as frustrated and as annoyed as anybody in the ground the other night, but it's one thing I'd never, ever do.
Yeah, even a boo, I don't even agree with booing, like...
No, I'd never fucking booed them, never booed them, never.
Counterproductive, like...
Yeah, I'd let an Earl roar while the game is going on. Like, come on, the fuck, guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's encouragement, like.
Yeah. Like, I'm the odd negative, for fuck's sake. And you know what I mean? It just comes out when you're at a football match. That's what you do. But not directed towards a player to his face. And I suppose whoever was abusing Dennison, it's because he was down that end of the pitch kind of thing. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I don't see the sense in giving him dogs abuse. And again, they're not going to be roaring dogs abuse at Ryan Brennan because they'll have to meet him going down the shop on Monday. So you're just not going to do it. Yeah. I just hope that, regardless of what happens between now and the end of the season, it just doesn't turn toxic, because it's just not going to benefit anybody. It just ruins the atmosphere for everyone, and the atmosphere is bad enough, as you said. I've noticed that nearly all season now. The ultras are really quiet, and there's just not a vibe going on at the games at all. It's depressing. But you can't really blame people or the ultras for. I know we can say that we need people cheering and chanting for the whole game, because the team needs them now more than ever. But it's sort of human nature to go into your shell a little bit as a fan when you're playing so bad.
Oh, it is. It is. Without a doubt, it's so hard to get motivated for it. And
it works both ways. Like,
Exactly.
yeah. Well, look, I spoke about it before about the ultras. Like, it's now the team really needs them. Like, I don't know what's going on at the minute with them, or but it has been very quiet up that section.
Yeah.
And as I said, I've praised them before. When they're on it, they are good. It's not something I'm going to do. I'll be too old for that. Carry on, Like, I do my own little shouting down where I stand, but you definitely need the ultras back up, bringing the atmosphere back up.
Yeah, Richie, us lads in our 50s shouldn't be fucking getting into that stuff now. We're too old for that.
look, I'm sure the atmosphere Friday will be a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, look, right. Well, let's go to that anyway. But I just to say one more negative. Like, it's the worst preparation going into a Louth Derby. But then again, Craptown they're in dire straits as well. So you're kind of going. It's like you're wiping the slate clean to a degree. If you can go in and get a result in a Louth Derby, it'll really boost the spirits again, and hopefully the atmosphere, regardless of how shit we were last week, because it's Craptown, that the place will be absolutely hopping.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to it, lads, I'll be honest.
Richie, don't do that to me.
Oh, lads. I actually don't think we've had any good form coming into any of these games, have we? In these derby games.
And we're unbeaten in them.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, that was the next fucking. Yeah.
We bet them a few weeks ago away from home with no fans, so now we're at home with fans.
Yeah, so maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing.
They've got 2 points out of the last 21 available to them.
Yeah. And what we got? 3, 4.
A bit more than that.
5. You got a draw in Galway. Bet on Dog. Drew at Rovers. That's 9 points. Yeah.
All right.
Just a little bit. But
the gap is closing.
Oh, there we go. Mr. Positive again. But the one thing that has to be said for Craptown, when you're watching them and reading match reports and all that, they're still playing well in games. They're not getting out of the games. I'm not sure about the game at Galway the other night. I don't know how they played, because I just kind of ignored it. I just seen the result. But when you go through the other games, like they played well against all the other teams, and just they can't defend. They're just conceding goals. But then again, we can't score any. So stalemate might be order of the day, boys.
Yeah. I look. I always said it about any derby game. Like, I think form goes out the window when it comes to them.
Yeah,
I think it's an occasion always sort of wins out. So it's going to be a proper derby match, isn't it? It's going to be. Like,
I'll be hoping for reaction from our lads, just a bit more. The squad, like, just a bit more from the get-go, just a bit more energy and a bit more ambition and balls, basically, to kind of go at them.
Have we got that in our zone? Have we got that? Like,
I don't know. Some of the lads do, probably, yeah. They might carry the rest of them. But look, they did it. Like, I know they went behind in Oriel in the last game, but they had a bit about them to come back.
Yeah.
But we need to do that from the start, not when we're 1-0 down.
No, and we've actually went 1-0 down in all the games we played these, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should just put a crack then going 1-0 down and then win 3-1.
In 3-1, yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea. You should bring Kevin there on.
Yeah, look, you know, like you do say a week's a long time in football, so like, you know, like next Friday at 10:15 could be a different atmosphere altogether coming out there with a win. The last Friday.
But look, it's what you said earlier, Richie. If we go at the game really positive and we're trying, we look like we want to press up the pitch and impose our game on them, we'll all be happy, right? Even if we lose the game, but we fucking try and we look like we want to win it in the first half, and we don't wait to make all these changes and come out a different side in the second half, because this is bullshit. It's too late in the day. We've 9 games left, a couple at home and a load of away games. Like,
4-4. I think.
yeah, 4-4, right? Okay. So, but we can't, like, again, gone over all ground. We need to go into this game and, like, I'm sure they got a serious rollicking after that the other night, because they got a serious bollocking on the fucking pitch not even a half time, and Dennison was down injured, and you could see how annoyed Kev was, and I'd say he was absolutely fuming after it as well. And like, this is a Louth Derby. Like, we've said this twice already this year or something, but them players know now what this means to us. And it means an awful lot. And Crabtown are looking over their shoulder because they're on an awful run. They could still get sucked down into this. So they do not want to come here and lose that game. And we do not want them coming here and winning either. And it would be good. It'd be like, even if we're having a terrible season, if we could beat them twice, excuse me, if we could beat them twice, it would even just put a little gloss on what's going on. But what worries me is, even if we do go into this game, approach it positively, win it, you have no idea what's coming then next week, because we're so inconsistent. I haven't a clue. I have not got a clue going into games how we're going to approach them and what way we're going to play, because we just seem to change for every couple of weeks now. We just go back to, we revert back to type. We get one decent result and then we're shite again.
Yeah, and I think, am I right in saying are we 4 home games down a row?
Between the cup and that, yeah.
Yeah, like,
We would have been the start of it, yeah.
like, lads, what a big opportunity to actually to drag something out of this season. Like,
Yeah.
Dundalk at home, we've Sligo at home, we've Galway in the cup. You know, like, it'd be a big difference, lads, now in 3 weeks' time. I mean, we've got a couple of results in these couple of games coming up.
It would, but can you see us win 2 games in a row? Because I just can't.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like we could have asked for a better opportunity to go and bloody do it. Like, it's not as if we're away to Rose, away to Bows, away to Derry, 3 in a row.
Yeah.
We've got 3 home matches against 3 teams that we can beat, that we should be beating. Like, what an opportunity. If we can't do it, lads, like, then we probably deserve fucking nothing out of this season. Like, I mean, they don't need any more motivation, do they?
No, they don't. And I hate saying this, but like, Sligo are poor, but Sligo got a point against Waterford the other night and played quite well. Like, they have upped their game. I don't think the new manager bounce has been anything as dramatic as your man Coughlin and Waterford, because you can see that they're a changed team. I think Sligo still have a lot of problems because obviously they're losing players as well. But like, if we keep going down this road that we're going down and Sligo pick up a few more points, we could end up in that automatic relegation spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worst case scenario, yeah.
I know it's depressing, but it's a fucking reality, and I at this moment in time, I do not see us finishing any higher than 9th.
No,
I would take 9th. I would take 9th right now, lads.
Yeah. I wasn't really until like last Friday night. I was like, no, we could definitely start climbing a bit. But coming out Friday night, I was like, no, 9th is the best we're going to hope for now, I think.
Yeah, it's just, I know you said, like, these home games, if we can pick up somehow, take 3 home wins, it could be a totally different situation, because you don't know what anyone else is going to do. Like,
yeah,
and it's such a funny season. Like, you just don't know. But Yeah, ninth at the minute. Like I'd accept that.
That would too.
Well, again, that can change in 2 or 3 games. Like you could be looking down on ninth. Then it's just nature of the league, I suppose.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like I thought last Friday would have been the start of it now. Like we said, with 4 home games, let's fucking go with this. That's just so deflated coming out the other night. But we have a chance now of going beating Dundalk and Sligo at home, and hopefully Galway. And then all of a sudden you're in the semi-final of a cup, and you have 2 home wins under your belt in the league. It could put a different picture on the league.
Yeah.
You know, it really could. And as I said, like, we're a fucking home to these teams. It's not as if we have to go away.
Yeah.
If any chance we've to beat them is at home, and we have them at home.
I think we have to play Derry at home as well, do we?
Derry at home, and like we can get them.
They might not have anything to play for, or they could be fucking dragged down. You wouldn't know. They haven't great if Conley came in either.
Yeah. So
it's just it's like what we're 1 point behind Waterford. At the minute, we're 5 behind Galway. They're the same as Derry.
They have a game in hand.
Yeah, Galway game in hand. Yeah. Like
we're 10 behind Crabtown, I think, are we?
No. 9 behind them.
Oh. So if we were to beat them, you're 6 behind them, boy. 8 games to go, or 7 games to go.
7, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different situation, isn't it? It's a different story then, lads.
Yeah.
But as we said, are we capable of this? Are we? Like,
Friday, we get an answer for Saturday, Friday, won't we? Well, we should.
Yeah. So, massive couple of weeks coming up.
Well, at the risk of sounding like a fucking lunatic, like we've said it so many times. Oh, we're capable. And then we go to Dundalk and we put in a really good second half performance. We deserve to win that game. With no supporters, blah, 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 blah. Everyone's jumping up and down thinking, right, this is a turning point. Like 2 years ago when we bet them, it was a turning point, and then we went on a fucking amazing run. Go and win the cup, ended up in the playoff, but they got relegated. So it was still a fucking great season for us. Like that's, Carlsberg don't do fucking seasons, but the fact that we relegated, well, we didn't relegate them, they relegated themselves, but the fact that they get relegated and we go and win the cup was absolutely dreamland. But I thought, so right, maybe the positive is to say to the lads, right lads, we've done Dundalk at home. This is our turning point, like it was a couple of years ago. This is where we sort of put together a little run here by beating our local rivals at home in United Park to sort of end this bullshit that's been going on. Because going back to what you were saying earlier as well, like I actually do think we have the players to play ball. And looking around the team, I don't think Dundalk have that many better players than we do.
No.
Waterford have a couple of seriously good young lads, but the vast majority of that squad's not much better than ours. Either is Galway's.
No, definitely not.
Confidence is a big thing. I think we're probably lacking a bit of.
It's not.
You're gonna have to make it your own fucking. Huh?
That's Kevin's job, though, isn't it? No, it
is. He can only do so much. Like if he's giving lads instruction, but if they don't have the confidence themselves to do it, there's not much he can do from the sideline, is there?
Well,
he can encourage and all that, like, but I'd say someone are probably fear of making a mistake as well. But again, it's been such a fucking weird season, like a very funny season, I think. Again, like if we just kickstart and get going a little bit of a run here, pick up some wins, who knows?
We've no choice on. We fucking have to.
Yeah.
And we spoke about this. Like you spoke about it 2 weeks ago with Reese on it. It's the excuses have to stop now. Like we don't give a shit about performances. We just have to start picking up wins. Simple as.
Yeah. So say what we've four home games in the league left. I think we've Crabtown, Sligo, Derry, and Galway.
And like them 4 home games are all winnable.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, on paper they are. Yeah.
Yeah, on paper they are, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
the away ones are a little bit difficult now. Obviously.
yeah, ways like we've got Shells and Bows away in the same week, Monday, Friday.
Yeah, and we go to Talent, do we?
That's
Oh no,
we have to go to Tala as well, yeah.
Talent and Waterford, isn't it?
Waterford, yeah. But that's the way Waterford on, they might not have anything to play for.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like again, that's still a long way away. But yeah, like say right, them 4 games, like if we got 9 points out of 12, would be fairly decent. Like that'll. Like, do you think Sligo are going to get the same amount? I wouldn't be confident of that. Like, I wouldn't be. So look, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, no, look, all valid points, but I'm just kind of that disillusioned with what's going on around me that I'm starting to question. Like, we're not here. This isn't the blame game fucking show. We're just here to have a chat about how we're feeling about things. And as you said, Richie, you've been talking to quite a few people since last Friday night, and I know there's a variety of opinion there on certain players, and there was a variety of opinion on Kevin Doherty as well. And I'm starting to wonder here, like, we could sit here and blame players all day long, but the buck stops with Kevin. The buck stops with how he sets up. The buck stops with the fact that he signed these players. He retained some of the players. It wasn't his fault we lost some of the players. He did try and sign a load of other players that wouldn't come to the football club, and I don't really blame him for that either. I think that's kind of outside of his, sphere of influence.
Financial.
And financial as well. Yeah. But I still think there was players that went elsewhere on similar money, just because of the ground and because of, there might be a bit of a stink around coming to draw the still from various players. They will go to, say, the likes of Waterford, big fancy training ground, and they've a decent enough, I hate the ground, but it's probably considered a decent enough ground compared to United Park. Especially maybe players from overseas and shit, and you're showing them United Park on video and all that, and they're looking at it going, fucking hell, like, why would I want to go there? But look, that's going over all ground. We spoke about all that in the past, and hopefully that will change in the near future. So I'm not laying all the blame squarely at him, but a lot of it is down to Kev. Like, it's, there's excuses, and then there's him getting really angry and annoyed on camera and he doesn't call the players out. He always says it. He always qualifies the remark by saying, "No, I love the players. The players are all brilliant. They're the best bunch I've ever had." Well, like, how long can he keep saying that shit if we don't turn it around and we don't start getting results? Again, throwing that out there, who knows what's going to happen between now and the end of the season. But it's not a very positive vibe around the place, and it's hard to come into this, even doing this podcast with you, it's hard to have any amount of positivity going into this Dundalk game.
Yeah. No, look, it is, yeah. And look, I'll be honest now, I'd be very much a Doherty fan. I do fucking, like, I'm trying to say, I'm a big fan of Doherty, I really am, but the buck does stop with him. It does, and that's all football managers in every club at every level. The buck stops with him, and he knows that. But like,
he has a tendency to. Sorry, Richard, for interrupting you just before I forget, but he does have a tendency to blame, and he doesn't say it directly, but he just goes, "Oh, well, when you look at what Pats have compared to us, and when you look at what they have," and he's obviously on about the budget. Yeah. Every time. Yeah. That's what he's talking about. We're not stupid. We know what you mean by that. Yeah. So he is kind of using that as not an excuse, because as we said loads of times on this podcast, the richest teams in most countries win the trophies.
It's just a fact, yeah.
It's a fact.
Just a fact.
Yeah. It is a fact, yeah. And he's right, like, so if you're gonna start blaming, like, honestly, right, why is there more pressure put on the owners then? Like, why is there more people hammering them out of it? Because I remember Walsall fans would hammer them out of it for not signing the right players or giving the manager enough money. Like, it does come back down to budget, lads, and we're like a broken record here. So yeah.
Do you not think that's what he's doing, Richie, when he's saying that in an interview? He's directing that at them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, as I said, I'm a fan of Kevin Doherty. Now, it'd be a different story now if Doherty had one of the biggest budgets in the league and he was producing this type of football and this season. I'd say, well, hold on, like, come on.
He'd be gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But until that changes, I'm very much Doherty in, and I think he's the right man for us. So
Yeah, well, I'd be looking around if you got rid of him, who'd you replace him with?
yeah, I'd be worried.
I even asked a lot of people who want him gone. They don't know who to replace him with. What's the point then? Like,
Yeah, I'd be very worried about that. So to me now, my blame would be on the owners and the budget that they'll make them work with. And that's where I put my blame.
Yeah, that's fair. But there is another school of thought out there, and there is people that just think it's Kevin Doherty's way. It's his style of football. And that's the fucking problem.
Yeah, right, that's all right. But he's playing that style of football with the budget he has and the players that he's able to sign. We haven't seen him play a style of football with a bigger budget and a different squad of players. So you can't judge him on that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm just throwing that out there because it has been said there is a lot of people out there that are sort of at the end of the tether and just think it's time for a change. Like I'm not one of them. I think it'd be the worst time in the world to do anything like that. Obviously now it's way too late in the day, but even in the off season.
Yeah. Well, like, would you reckon now if Doherty was in charge of Shamrock Rovers squad, the Bohemian squad, that he played that style of football?
No,
I don't think he does.
should even seen it when Duff took over Shells and all that. They completely changed their style of play once he had a bigger budget and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and he went and won the league with them.
Yeah.
So,
Even after they won the league, they changed. Now, obviously, it hasn't worked out for them, but they did sort of change and adapt their style based on the players they recruited in.
Yeah, they tried to play a lot more football on the deck, didn't they, and retain possession instead of going back to that really solid under Duff and get you on the break and go 1-0 up and then you were fucked. You know, they didn't concede a lot of goals, but they do now. But look, and then the other argument I have seen is, like, you know, even when we were playing lower opposition, we don't really change the way we play. But then again, he's not going to just change the way we play completely for a one-off game against a non-league team. Or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be a bit pointless.
Yeah. So that's a stupid thing, really. He has to stick to what we've got and keep the system and work on it. It's a chance to work on your system.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, and it's hard just to change them from one week to the other. They've been training on that system all week and every week. But until the owners give them a bigger budget and more money to compete with the teams in the league, who are all spending more money than us, apart from Sligo, definitely I wouldn't be laying the blame on Doherty's door.
Yeah, right then. And again, this is it's a double-edged sword here. Sligo don't play the way we do. Sligo bring in young, talented footballers to try to play a ball on the deck, but they're bottom of the league and they look like they're going to get relegated. So what do people want?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
they have been in the bottom one or two the last couple of seasons. It's not as if Sligo are ripping it up.
They're not.
No, so, you know, it's plain to see that's what it is. And we spoke before, like, Rovers have the biggest budget in the league. They're sitting on top of the league. And they've won the league the last couple of years.
And then your Pats and Bows probably breathing down their necks a little bit, but they're also operating off massive budgets.
Yeah. So.
And then you have the other example of Derry, who have a massive budget, and they're shy.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll always will be shy. I think if they get the right manager in with that group of players, I think that's a different story.
Exactly.
I think their problem was Lynch.
I don't know, it wasn't great under at the end with Rory Higgins and all that.
Yeah, but they changed the squad a little bit since that, did you know?
But even they have a bit, but they're constantly changing that fucking squad. They were signing lads like ex-Northern Ireland internationals on big money, like, and just not working out.
Yeah.
And even I don't think until recently they didn't have a director of football.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
They gave that job to Mark Connolly, who's now the interim manager. Like,
it's a mess.
Like we'd have a better structure in our club than they would, like in terms of personnel working at the club on a daily basis.
Yeah,
Probably.
They don't appear to have the proper structures in place. Like.
Yeah. Well, look, as I said, I know we're over old ground, but you can see the teams who do spend the money, like the Dublin clubs, and how well they're doing, and a lot of them are competing in Europe now, you know what I mean, and doing well. And it looks like Pats is going to get Europe this year, and they'll just kick on again with more money in their budget for next year, you know, so.
See, they need European football. The amount of money they're fucking spending on Stephen Kenny and that squad is massive.
Yeah.
So he needs that European money big time.
Oh, massive, yeah, massive, yeah.
I know some Pats fans that want them gone.
Kenny?
Yeah.
What, was second in the league?
For a long, long time, they don't want them there, yeah. Not happy with them overall.
Oh, and I'd say they just find it hard to fucking listen to him. He's a strange fucking character.
Rain Man. No, the lads.
Rain Man, as some people call him, yeah.
No, but look, if we are looking at football side of things, they are sitting second in the league and they're fucking, they're having a good season.
Oh, they are, yeah.
No, and I wouldn't write them off for winning the cup either.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to get them at all in the cup, would you?
No,
Nope.
them all balls now. I wouldn't.
No.
I'd fancy to win it.
They're probably the winner that quarter-finals favourites to win the cup anyway.
Yeah. But, look, as I said, it comes down to money, lads, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, on a different note, lads, did Drogheda United Football Club get a fine for people singing songs about Stephen Kenny?
I wouldn't say that for calling him a wanker, would you?
No,
for that.
The other song that people are singing, which we won't mention live on air, but I think
Can we not talk about it now?
Well, we either got a warning or we got a fine. It was one or the other.
Was it sung last Friday night?
No,
the last home game against Pats.
Yeah, there was a fine. There was and it was a big fine, lads.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, big time. That's why that email was sent out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. So basically the other night you could hear Stephen Kenny is a wanker, but there was nothing about the other stuff. So they obviously got a warning not to do it.
Yeah.
Right, boys. Before we move along, facts from Fabrice time on.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
We should read these out at the beginning because it's all the shit we've just talked about. Him being grumpy.
Yeah. Right, here we go. Not even a hello this week. Well, that was shit, wasn't it? Another case of second half syndrome. Why does he play Buckner in that wing back role? He's an attacker, play him in attack, which is kind of what I said earlier. I think Kev got it tactically wrong on Friday. Our problem all season is that we haven't won the midfield. Bates was much better on Friday, but we need to start loading the midfield area. We're too spread out and leave too much space for the opposition. Welcome back, Richie. I don't know how you put up with the other two. It was tough going when I subbed in for you the other week. Ciao, Bella.
You fucking dickhead. Yeah, you can't argue anything he said there, really, can you?
No,
yeah, he's not always. He talks a lot of shit, but sometimes he makes sense.
The odd time. Very, very odd time. Right, boys. Before we wrap it up, I don't even want to do this, but fuck me. Oh, you don't give a negative prediction because it turned out you were right nearly. You're only one goal off. But we'll start with you.
Well, it was actually like, what do you want the starting 11 to be?
Yeah, good one.
I'd want us to just go 4-3-3. Like, it's a must-win game. Need to go for it.
What? So are you talking Keeley, Bulger, Quinn, and Kane? No, hold on. That'd be three centre halves. Give us your four.
Agbaje, Quinn, Keeley, Cruz, if he's fit. Kane, if not. No, probably not. More likely Kane. Midfield, Bates, Ryan and Farrell. And then front three, Warren, Anselin in the middle, and Alua out left. Start. Could easily have Doyler out there.
Sounds alright to me.
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know what, lads? I'd love to go fucking 4-4-2. Go fucking old school.
Mike Bassett.
Oh, I'd fucking love that. I'd just go, I'd have Keely and Bulger, 2 centre halves, Abaji and say Cruz or Kane, Bates and Farrell in the middle, Alua as a winger, Buckner as a winger, and Anselin and Warren up front.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm sold. That's a hell of a team.
Yeah.
I said it before, where has fucking 4-4-2 gone in football? It seems to be forgotten about.
It's legal now.
Too much.
I'd be surprised if it happens, but it'd be an interesting team. I might say my front three, but I could easily put Buckner in. Or realistically, you're not going to play them front three for the full 90. You could put Buckner on one of the wings.
Yeah. And just to have Alua out wide and Buckner, and then you've still Ryan to come into midfield there if you wanted to. You've Kavanagh. I know it's not going to happen. That's just my fantasy fucking team.
Right, yeah, fair. Right, go on. We'll get the prediction anyway. Start with you on.
Don't know if to give a joke answer or a real answer. Which one do you want?
I don't give a fuck at this stage, to be honest. I'm just trying to fill time.
I'm going to say we'll win 3-1.
Oh, fucking hello.
I'm going to ask you if that's a joke or not, anyway. Right, go on, Richie.
Yeah, no, look, you know what? I think form goes out the window for this game. I said it before. I don't think it matters who's fucking wearing the league or how they're playing. I just think we're at home. I think the crowd's going to be up for it. We have to fucking win, and we're going to win.
Boy.
2-0.
2-0, right. I'm going to say 2-1, because again, I think we're open and they will score. I think I said the same shit last week about Pats and it didn't happen. It has to happen one day. Yeah, 2-1 drugs. And if we lose the game, I'm going to lose me fucking mind.
If we lose, podcast next week.
Say that again?
I said if we lose, there's no podcast next week.
Because it will be the most dreadfully boring thing ever, just us repeating the same shit over and over, won't it?
Fucking depressing. It'll be so depressing. But look, let's not think that way.
No. If we lose, we'll do, next week's podcast is going to be on Indian cooking. I'm doing a really nice, kidney bean curry for me tea. So I'll give a review of that next week if we lose. We won't mention the game. Not sure what your thoughts are, lads, on kidney bean curries, but sure, we'll see next week.
Yeah, we can talk about that next week, absolutely.
Pilau rice. I won't make it too spicy. Yeah, it'll be good crack.
It sounds better already.
Right. Lads, I'm going to leave you to it. Fingers crossed. Up the drugs. Fuck crap town.
It can only get better.
Yeah. Fuck Craptown, fuck Jim Core, fuck the lot of them.
Yeah. Fuck El Paso. Fuck the Spirit Store.
Half is piss.
Fuck half lager.
Farrell's with disgusting cigarettes even back in the day.
Dermot Hearn's a wanker.
Dermot Hearn is a Cause. Jim Core's a fucking lunatic. Tinfoil hat wearing cunt. Carlingford's a shithole. Yeah.
Fuck the fancy castle.
Lisa Smith's one of your own.
There you go. Christmas tree born in lunatics. The whole lot of them. Yeah. All right, lads. You have a good night now.
That was a good ending.
Yeah,
very good.
All the best.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.